Hey everybody, it's Noah with the Zone Podcast. Here with my good friend Chris. He's the owner of Winchester Shire. He's been doing door-to-door since he was 14, selling first aid kits and pepper spray, all the way up to doing alarms, becoming a VP over at Brinks in Las Vegas. And his biggest day in alarms was 8, and then biggest day in fiber optic was 34 freaking deals. So how you feeling today? We're going to go ahead and start walking.
Yeah, pretty good so far. It's a beautiful day out.
Yeah, we're over here in Katy, Texas. We're running a campaign over here with Easy Fiber. Talk about why you started the dealership with Winchester Fiber, why you did with Winchester Shire, and then also what got you into fiber.
So Winchester Shire was not something I wanted to start. You know, it was a name I actually picked out for a community, like an RV park that I was going to build. But I wanted to just be a rep. I mean, sales is awesome and there's so much money in it, and leadership and ownership is a lot of management. So I didn't want to get into that at all. But there's just so many dealers out there that are just not doing what they're saying they're supposed to do, and people get screwed over, not paid. And so that happened to us a bunch of times. And you know, one time someone was like, can you just do this? And I was like, all right, let's start our own dealership and let's just do it. And man, it was painful at the beginning, but now the wheels are actually starting to spin, and it's getting really nice.
Yeah. Just for context for everybody out there, me and Chris, like talking with that story, we actually went on a deal together and it ended up not going as well. I know a lot of reps out there have that same issue where they're just not getting paid, or people are just being unprofessional. And like you were saying, we just were like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, they took 20 grand. They just didn't pay us at all. Not even 1 cent.
Yeah. And so, you know, both of us kind of looked at each other and we were like, I think we can do this better.
Yeah, let's just
and both of us have known people in the industry. I mean, you've been doing it, like I said in the beginning, for like 15 years. Like,
yeah, my whole life almost.
Yeah, I mean, 15 years at Brinks, but yeah, almost your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did, because you did a little bit of, you know, selling Christ door to door too. How did that transfer over to like alarms? Because that was in the middle, right?
Oh yeah. So, well, you mean Christ? Like,
yeah, like
that was when I was real young.
Oh, okay.
Real, like 5-6 years old. You know, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, not one anymore, but yeah. So they had us knocking door to door every Sunday, from a little kid until I was like, 14, and then I transitioned out of the Jehovah's Witness thing. But yeah, that was I guess I've been comfortable on doors my whole life.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy because you got that out of the way, because a lot of people think that there's like a weird thing where reps don't want to knock on Sundays. And you kind of,
that's kind of like that's the day to knock.
Yeah.
It's where everyone's home and happy. I mean, today's Sunday. Look at all these cars.
Yeah. Yeah. We're out here in the neighborhood, doing like a walk-in podcast because we're door-to-door guys, and you're going to see in the series me interview a bunch of top reps. And what better place to do it than right in the doors? You guys are going to see us walk up and ask a couple questions to homeowners as well. But back to you, Chris.
So I'm going to go back to that question I didn't answer. What brought me into fiber?
Yeah, what brought you into fiber?
So I was actually at a Brinks dealership in Las Vegas, and they were promising a golden parachute as the VP, So basically that means, you put in 10 years and you'll get this big buyout, supposed to pay for everything. So the day before the contract was finalized where they would have to pay me, they just let us go. So they didn't have to pay us. So I sat around pretty depressed for, 6 weeks, just doing nothing. And then my little brother was getting into fiber, and I was like, hey, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, get me in that. And he was like, no, I don't know if there's enough room. And I'm like, bro, it's sales. What are you talking about? Everyone wants more reps. Everyone. And he's like, I don't know if this is that kind of place, man. And I'm like, oh, dude, it is. Just get me in. He actually made himself go work for 2 weeks before he actually allowed me to come onto the campaign with him. But I'm really glad he did, because it changed everything. It's how I met you.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, let's talk a little bit more about the fiber optic industry and how great of an opportunity it is. Like, where do you think it's going in the next 2-3 years?
Man, fiber is the most fun thing I've ever had to been able to sell, because the offer is amazing. You actually get to help people
Yeah.
It's not just like you're just trying to make money and scam people. Like, alarm is not a great thing to be selling, because nobody's showing up to that thing, okay?
Yeah.
So you don't get to feel really good at the end of the day. But today, when you're out here selling fiber, you're actually lowering people's bills, giving them something that's way better, and they have no risk up front. Like, it's just a way easier sale. So you have this momentum through all your days where you never feel like you're just getting bashed in the face.
Yeah.
Like, you get people happy, and I love that.
Here, let's go.
Slow the walking down.
Yeah, we'll slow down a little
Yeah, I
bit.
was feeling like we were
Yeah,
walking.
yeah, we're like pushing you right Here, you want to go on the sidewalk for this main street? All right, cool. But yeah, what sets Winchester Shire apart from other sales dealerships?
So, I mean, this part is hard hard for me to say, not hard to do, but man, we don't take much off the stack from reps. We give everything back to them, and we do what we're saying we're going to do. So I don't know why that's so hard for other dealers to do. It's just like, hey, if you say you're going to do something, do it. But we actually help. We do our payroll on time. When we say we're going to do something, we do it. We bring people out, and we stand in integrity every single time. Also, we don't try to get contracts with bad deals.
Yeah.
So if you're going to feel bad at a deal and selling like a bad product, we're canceling that contract. We're not doing that campaign. We're only going to do the good campaigns where we get to feel good at the end of the day because it's good.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, there's one of our contractors right there. Pan the camera right there. That's easy right there. This is one of our contracts that we're working on down in Houston, Texas, if anybody wants to come pop in. But
great offer, too. Great offer.
It's a great offer.
They're fantastic.
Yep, exactly. We didn't even plan for that, guys. It just freaking popped right up because we're just selling so many accounts. We're just in there. But how do you think your childhood affected you when going into applying that to sales?
Well, my childhood was mostly selling, so
true. Yeah,
I think it affected it pretty aggressively.
Yeah.
My dad or my stepdad was an interesting character, but he just did door-to-door his whole life. And so he was a terrible door-to-door salesman too. So
your whole life.
Yeah. Guy just did not want to actually like put in any work, but he knew if he hit enough doors, he would always make at least a couple $100 a day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, that's terrible. So I actually tried to hire him on when I was in alarms and tried to train him. And I was like, holy mackerel, I thought you'd be good at this. You've been knocking doors your whole life, man. The guy was just full of excuses. It was sad.
Yeah, I mean, that even goes to show some of the reps that are out there that are like, or even not even reps yet, that are thinking about getting into the industry. A lot of it's a numbers game. So you could be a really crappy
and still make crappy salesman.
Crappy sales rep. I was about to say, you caught me right there, about to say person. Yeah, and you can still make money.
Great money. I mean, that's all that guy did.
Yeah.
He raised all of us on that income, and we're just terrible at it.
Yeah, true. Well, I didn't know him, but it sounds like it. And then this is when you've had so much experience on the doors, so I'm really curious as to what you answer with this. What has been your most crazy, like, negative interaction that you've had?
So I have like three pop into mind right away, and I don't know which ones are appropriate to say. I guess what is this going on YouTube?
Yeah.
So one time I had this guy doing alarms. He had his dick out the whole time. Whoa. And I was trying to ignore it, and because I thought maybe he didn't know.
Yeah.
And then he tried to make a pass at me. Like, I was like, oh my God, you got put your goddamn dick away. But another time I actually walked up to a door, and I knock on it, and this big girl comes to the door naked, and she's like, here for the gangbang?
Oh my gosh.
I was like, nope. I'm not here.
Definitely not.
Yeah, those are the two weirdest, like, just straight on the doors. I've had some like really funny stories inside the house while you're trying to close, because you know how disgusting some homes are.
Yeah.
I had this one where this girl was a hoarder, and she had boxes on boxes and boxes and cats everywhere. And there was a really, really bad smell in the house.
Yeah.
So I was like, what in the fuck is that? But I'm like, hey, let me just get over to this panel so I can show you, you know, like what I'm talking about with the alarm. And I'm like pulling boxes down to get to her panel. And I lift up a box, and there's a dead cat that she was literally like, hey, I don't know where Sassy's at. She's been missing for a while. And so I just put the box back.
Yeah.
I didn't say a goddamn word. That cat looked like it was dead for a while.
Oh my goodness.
That was really, that was weird. That was a weird experience for me. I still got that sale. Poor technician probably found that tech or cat.
And he might have finally been like, okay,
hey, you got a dead cat over here.
Let's clean this up. Yeah.
I wasn't there for the breakdown of how that happened, but
oh my goodness.
I'm sure it wasn't great.
Even going like that's
poor technicians, man.
Yeah, that's one thing in sales. There's kind of like this thing with technicians and sales guys where we kind of get on both of each other's butts a lot. Just because tech doesn't show up, you're fucked. And that's your money that you work for. And then the techs are always like, I think we need to have more money or something. Like,
yeah, or they're like, hey, you're not explaining this right. Or because you know how buyers are liars, and they'll be like, oh, he said this, and that's not what you said.
No.
But the technician's like, oh, well, why would they lie? You know, I don't even know these sales guys.
Yeah.
So we've definitely had some organizations where we mix our techs and our sales reps together so they have a personal connection with each other, and that typically makes that go away.
Yeah, it sucks because fiber optic, that's one of them that you can't really
mix.
Do.
Yeah, because they're a contractor with a different company and you're a contractor with this company, and you can't be like, hey, can we go all have a lunch together sometime?
Yeah, it's just not even here. And then we're going to go to a segment real quick, and we're going to ask some of the homeowners out here, what do they think about door-to-door and how often they buy. And it looks like, well, I guess he's leaving. We might, well, yeah, we'll go over here. So this is just right off the rip, guys. But howdy. Hey, do you mind being in a video? Sorry? Do you mind being in a video real quick? No? Okay, cool.
No, you're good.
You guys have a good one. So
enjoy the day.
That's rejection number 1. We'll see. We're about to go
get it on a knock.
Yeah, we're gonna go get it on a knock right here. So this is what you and me look at. I mean, you don't hunt as much.
This is a sweet lady right here.
This is a sweet lady. Yeah. Let's look at the house. Let's see what. Why do you say it's a sweet lady?
Katie on the car.
Yeah.
And a brand new Vivint sign.
Yeah.
Door to door.
Yeah. And then what do you look at when you're coming up to a house?
I look at the car a lot because people try to personalize it a lot, and then their doorsteps and just how they take care of stuff, stuff like this. And then I try to find something on the door normally that I can compliment so that it kind of lowers their anxiety.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Cool. Well, let's ask this lady if she's ever bought from anybody. She's got some nice stuff on the brick over here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like even you're saying looking at different things in the yard, seeing how well kept it is. And then when you come out, do you usually immediately when the answer kind of work it in to build some rapport?
Every situation's different. I kind of just read the person, you know?
Yeah, true. That makes sense. While we're waiting, I'll go ahead and if we don't get cut off by a door.
She's recording this too.
Yeah, I'm recording it. She's recording it. Yeah. Well, it looks like. How long do you wait when you're at the door? I know.
Well, she's probably trying to wait to look through her doorbell camera to see us, and it hasn't connected yet. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the perks of being in.
There it goes. Security. Now she sees us.
Yeah. All right. Well. Howdy. Maybe we go to the next one. Yeah,
we'll try one more.
Door to door is a lot of silence where you're just sitting there knocking, waiting, and then.
Yeah, but I won't start my timer if the doorbell's trying to connect like that. That girl probably needs internet. I'll tell you that though for sure.
Yeah.
It took her camera over a minute to connect.
Yeah.
So if something like that happens, I do try to bring that up. Like, hey, I noticed your camera took a long time to connect.
So that was interesting. You go straight for the doorbell. There's a lot of people that say the doorbell's like the first smoke screen. You should just knock it instead.
Yeah, I do both normally. I don't know why I didn't knock also on that one. Maybe I'm thrown off by the podcast.
Yeah.
But I like to
There we
put
go,
the
there.
doorbell because it, especially in our industry in fiber, you get
Yeah.
a real understanding of how their internet works
Yeah.
based on how fast that connection is.
Yeah, that's a golden nugget right there for anybody who's watching is in the fiber optic industry. Like, click on that and then you can use that. I always like even calling when they're on Wi-Fi because then you can show them Wi-Fi calling and it's like, what are you talking about? You have good internet. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people, you're getting through smoke screens all day. It's not even real.
Yeah, and if it does have a fast connection, you're going to be like, oh, this is actually going to be kind of a hard sale.
Yeah, sure.
And so you can get yourself ready for that.
Yeah. And
Start
then
pitching on price instead of quality because their internet's probably good enough.
yeah, true. I guess we can go to this one right here. This one seems like he's home, either one of these.
He's got some money.
Yeah. Look, there's the camera right up there. A lot of cameras. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
those are expensive ones too.
Yeah. Say hello to the camera up there. Multiple. Everyone's recording us today.
You want to take the lead?
Sure. Yeah, I'll just ask him.
I didn't know if you wanted me to. It was your podcast.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I mean, yeah, I'll go ahead and ask him and be like, hey, what do you think about it?
Man, Texas homes are just gorgeous too.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice being out here. I don't know what about is about the brick
the brick.
homes. Yeah, it just makes me in a good mood.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with
And
the
fresh grass everywhere.
yeah, the grass, they take care of it a lot. Even because Texas, that's like one of the biggest things. I used to sell lawn care and people care a crap ton about their grass.
Yeah, especially out here, everyone's constantly working in their front yard. You know, like
Yeah.
compete. I'm like, dang, dude, everyone's out here. Like, just sometimes I see the same guy in his yard. Like every day I'm out there, every day of the week.
I was talking to somebody yesterday on a door about he bought a kit to test his pH levels in his grass. And
That's aggressive.
yeah. He was like, oh yeah, it's
Let's
not
go
that
talk to this guy. He's outside.
big a
Already.
deal. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So that's the main thing. That's another golden nugget. When you're knocking doors, freaking looking for the people outside, don't ever get nervous about that.
Oh, I know. They're
I used
the
to be.
easiest ones to talk to.
Yeah.
Got no gatekeeper up, you know.
Howdy, howdy. Hey, do you mind being in a video real quick? You do? You don't want to be in it? Or you do? Okay,
All right.
cool.
Sorry
There
for
we go.
bugging you. Have a great day.
Yeah. Well, there's rejection number 2. We're out here getting rejected.
people on a video is a little harder than getting them to sell.
Yeah,
Actually.
I know. It's crazy because I remember you telling me about some guys that went door to door with a video camera.
Oh, they had a TV show camera, so it wasn't like they had one of those fucking camera crews with mics. So it kind of looked more like someone was winning $1 million.
Oh.
So they were always coming out to the door.
Maybe next time we do that. We do like a big old
And with
Come
the
in
booms,
yeah, with the boom boxes and everything, or the
booms.
boom
Yeah,
arms.
mics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was like 2009.
Hmm.
It was at
Yeah.
Pinnacle. They tried to do a reality TV show of door knocking.
Hmm.
I don't think it made it.
You don't think it made it?
It was crazy because they were getting deals like left and right because they felt like pressure with the camera,
Oh my
but then they were
gosh.
canceling like
Oh,
right after they would leave.
yeah. That's the that can definitely be the issue. Well, I think we're just gonna we're door-to-door salesmen. We gotta fucking
Oh,
get
we're
it,
gonna
yes. I was about to cut it, but no, we're gonna
We
get it.
also might have went into the nicer areas where people probably are a little bit more hesitant. We go back to where we were at.
Yeah,
Where the houses are a little bit more like, please put me on camera.
yeah. Maybe that's what we need to do.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Yeah, we can go.
Life.
Signs of life. There you go. The
Simple
cameraman
safe.
knows it.
Simple safe. Door-to-door haters.
Oh, watch it be a no solicitor.
No.
I'm gonna go.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy. Hey, we're just filming out here. We wanted to come by and ask you, what was your, what do you think about door-to-door sales guys coming by?
It's kind of inconvenient.
Okay.
And we rent here too, so
Okay.
trying to sell something.
Oh no, we're making
we're
a video
not.
right now. We're not selling nothing. I'm just asking neighbors how they feel about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just asking how you guys feel about it. And
Yeah.
have you ever bought from a door-to-door sales guy?
It's been years and it was a really bad experience. So,
Okay.
What happened with it? Just curious.
It turned out that we didn't really end up liking the product, and we had like a 30-day return policy, and we went in to take advantage of that. And then he got very angry
Aggressive?
with us. And,
That's
yeah,
not good.
pretty aggressive. Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. So,
No, we're just making a podcast,
no,
asking
yeah.
neighbors questions.
Yeah.
Was that what you bought? Was it a rainbow?
Oh, just in general.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a
just-
long time ago, rainbow.
Well, most of the time, it's stuff that has to do with the homeowner. We don't own the house, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I love your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
May the 4th be with you
I
almost.
did, thank you. Yesterday, I was like, no, I should wear it tomorrow.
Yeah, you can wear it 2 days in a row. You're fine.
Well,
Take it off.
yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys,
All right.
and have a great rest of your Sunday.
All right.
God bless, guys.
Bye.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I remember Rainbow. My dad and my mom sold Rainbow for a long time.
what's Rainbow?
It's a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, it's like the Kirby ones?
Yeah, except for it's water-based instead of air.
Yeah. You see right there? I was literally just saying, oh yeah, we got 2 rejections. Let's, maybe we go.
4.
Oh yeah. And then I was like, maybe we just, go to the other side or do something else. And then very next one. So with door to door, it's just like, it literally is just like that. You kind of think, oh, not answer, or they said not interested or something like that. And what was crazy was that time, instead of asking them, we just were like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah. Change your pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
don't ask, because we tried that a couple times. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's learn from our mistakes and stop doing the same thing that didn't work.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's what it is. You always have to switch it up and figure it out. But once you get it, you have a recipe.
Yeah, and every
that
neighborhood
product.
and every market has a code you got to crack. So sometimes you might go into a market and be like, hey man, this was just working in New York. What the heck isn't it working here? So just switch it up a little bit. You'll crack the code, and then you'll find out what these people want to hear, and then say that.
Yeah, I think it's a
Also, the way you dress matters a shit ton,
yeah.
depending.
Yeah, if you're in Texas, don't wear a vest.
Yeah, don't wear those vests. Man,
That's
they
not
working
an
great in the Northeast, but
Yeah.
in the South, they have been blown out. Those
Yeah.
construction vests.
Yeah, because I feel
Don't do
like
it.
you don't do it. Yeah, because of solar. It has to be.
Yeah, well, probably also fiber over the last
Yeah.
few years have been in vests everywhere. So people are aware that they're no longer construction workers trying to
Yeah.
get in the backyard.
Yeah, we make this joke back and forth. We're like, oh yeah, they saw us, and then they saw us wearing the salesman's vest.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, of course they were sitting there and being like, oh no, I'm not gonna answer this. It's a salesman. But back to another question I got for you. What was I know we talked about negative customer interaction or crazy weird customer interaction. What's the most positive, like impactful interaction that you've got from a customer where you're like, you left that door and you were like, oh my gosh, that person was really awesome and actually had an impact on me?
So I've had a lot more of those than the other weird things.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's been times, you get pretty sauced with some customers.
Yeah.
You have a really good time. You walk into a party. I mean, I met a girlfriend on the doors. She was an actress in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's smoking hot. There's been some times where I've actually made some pretty good friends from the doors.
Yeah.
Just talking. I went over there every weekend for weeks just drinking in the pool at this dude's house named Mark. He was really cool.
See, and that's why I like door-to-door so much. I mean, because phone call sales is cool. Some other, car
You miss
business.
that personal touch.
But you miss that personal touch. You're coming to their house and like, you can really get out there and make a friend. And that's such a cool story to be like, okay, yeah, I met somebody on the doors and then now I'm freaking going and hanging out and drinking at his house. Like, it's like, What? What
I
other
just got
career
a-
can you do?
I just got a tech hired yesterday for easy.
I got a IT guy.
Yeah.
I gave him a little job after I sold him.
Yeah, crazy. The guy was fucking working for Astound here.
Oh,
He had an Astound truck in his front yard.
a little bit of
Like,
context
there's no
on that.
Astound out here.
Yeah.
How do you have? Must be
Well,
a drive.
there
every day.
is. Katie has Astound.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I sold up
really?
against them last year.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of Astound, which when we say Astound and we say Easy, these are fiber optic providers out here.
ISPs.
That internet service providers that we've known about. If you're in the fiber industry, you might have heard of them. But what would you say? What type of person would you say don't get into sales? What does that person look like to you?
Someone that really struggles with his own motivation. Because a lot of this is self-driven within yourself. But as long as you can get up and try, I mean, you'll do well as long as you just listen to people that are telling you, like, hey, this is what, oh, you did that? Just do this.
Yeah.
But I think almost anyone could do it, or at least I used to think that. Now I think I've hired enough people where I'm like, okay, there's certain people that just can't do it. And it's not the people that are nervous. It's the people that always think that they know everything and they're not going to listen to you.
Coachable.
Yeah. Can't fill a cup that's already full. They'll just keep sitting there doing the wrong thing every door. They're like, no, I'll get it.
And I think that's why you hear about older sales guys that are maybe like 60 years old that maybe got out of it for a little bit. And they're like, dude, I used to be the best salesman. Why are you telling me what to do?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're having a real hard time selling one thing. It's like, hey, man, it's a muscle.
Yeah.
Once you have the skill, you don't get to keep it forever. You lose it pretty quick.
Yeah, because you're using it, just like what we went back to, like, just like what we were just talking about, where when you even go into a different industry, you haven't even like gotten much older other than a week, but you're going into a different industry, or not an industry, but a different spot, location. Yeah, we're getting...
Let's go to the sidewalk.
Yeah, let's go to the sidewalk a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, guys, this is fully us walking around in the neighborhood right now. When you're doing door-to-door, I had one of our previous guys we work with, he used to say walk in the middle of the street so that you could go to every single person.
Oh, every door?
Yeah, like people that are home, or like, okay, this guy's outside, I'm going to go walk up there. What do you think about, do you walk in the middle of the street or you walk on the sidewalk?
I walk on the sidewalk.
Oh, okay.
I walk in pound.
Safe.
Well, I don't think it's about
Protection.
safeness. I think it's less effective than trying to get all the signs of life homes. It's definitely less effective, but I try to shut everything down in my brain except for what I'm trying to sell. I feel like I can just go longer when I do that, but everybody's different.
Yeah.
The hunters do better numbers most of the time. But also there's so many times where like you'll see someone like that.
Yeah.
No signs of life, no soliciting on the door. They answer and they get it right away. Because there's so many more hunters than there are people that just knock on every door.
Yeah, because everyone's trying to be efficient. We're all in the money-making entrepreneurial space, and that's what they're thinking of. But then you miss stuff like that. There's some low-hanging
And those people
fruit.
never get talked to.
Yeah.
Because the hunters always skip that house because they park in the garage. They have that no soliciting sign up. It keeps most people away. So when you're out here like, oh my God, I bet everyone's talked to this. Everyone's being a dick. Those are the ones where you get your laydowns on because like nobody talked to them.
Yeah. What do you? What's your policy on no soliciting? What do you think?
I knock it every time.
I knock it every time. Do you say anything different when you knock it?
No, only if they say, hey, you know, there's no soliciting out here. Depending on what we're selling. Like right now, we're actually not asking for payments. We're not asking for anything. So I'm totally comfortable being like, hey, you know, I'm not a sales guy.
Yeah.
We're not actually collecting any payments. All we're doing, everything we're doing right now is free. So
yeah,
I totally feel in my integrity to say that.
Yeah. We're professional. What is it?
Trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, professional trick-or-treaters, or professional the guys at Costco that give out taste tests for internet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
we're the free trial
free
slingers.
samplers.
Yeah, we're professional
Just giving
free
out free
samplers.
samples.
Yeah, yeah. Well, other than that, is there anything you want to leave with everybody? Anything you want to say? Any golden nuggets you can give to the audience? Or
Man, golden nuggets, I feel like are pretty general in the door-to-door industry. And I think they more affect per industry than they do general. But no, come work for us and I'll show you.
there you go. There you go. There you go. Well, other than that, we're in Katy, Texas. This is Christopher Winchester, owner of Winchester Shire. I'm one of the co-owners over here at Winchester Shire as well. And hope you guys come see us, or if you want to keep watching, click to the next video. All right, bye.